Welcome back to another episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. We're your host. I'm Randy.
I'm Mark.
And we are here to do what we do every week. Talk about new comic books. We're talking about the books that will be on the shelf this Wednesday, April 11th, 2018. The sale is over, done with, completed.
Yes, we're all wore out.
Yeah, it's been a long one, good one, but we're glad it's over. If you have not been to the store, you know there are two ways you can find the directions to here. That is by going to our website, ExcaliburCCG.com, or to our Facebook page. You can find the directions or our phone number to give us a call if you need to. Both locations, Shreveport, Louisiana and Texarkana, Texas. We don't have a lot of new number ones this week, which is good because our brains are fried, frazzled, and everything else. But
it's true.
The ones we have are some good ones, so I'm going to let you start it off.
All right, first off for me from Image Comics. There's an E there. It's not Crud number one. It's Crude number one. Steve Orlando writing and Gary Brown on the art. Killers once feared Pyotr Petrovich. Now they've sent his son home to him in a body bag. Haunted by his failures, Pyotr journeys across Russia to learn what type of man his son really was, while hunting the bastards who killed him. And once Pyotr finds them, they will learn to fear him once more. So, it's kind of like a, instead of his dog, it's his son.
That's right.
Kind of like a John Wick.
Yeah. And Gary Brown gave us amazing art on The Massive and Black Road.
Yeah.
So, good artist there. Also, an Image book I'm really looking forward to, The Dead Hand number one. Kyle Higgins is writing this, and Stephen Mooney of Half Past Danger fame is drawing it, so it's going to look pretty. This is part one called Cold War Relics. You're looking at Carter Carlson, who was a highly decorated operative during the Cold War, but in the fall of 1991, as the Soviet Union collapsed, Carter discovered a secret that not only changed his life, but also altered the course of history. Now, as a mysterious dead hand threatens to end the world once again, the only thing standing in its way is the relationship between an old spy and a little boy. This is not NAMBLA approved, so get your minds out of the gutter.
Yes.
Yes. But I'm intrigued by that one. I like the spy books there. Velvet was a great one. We'll see if Kyle Higgins can kind of live up to that with his writing there.
Cool. Next up for me from Marvel Comics, Domino number one, written by Gail Simone and art by David Baldion. Bad Luck and Trouble Part 1, Impossible Curves, Impossible Shots, Impossible Targets. Marvel's number one soldier of fortune is back in an explosive new ongoing series. The product of a failed super soldier program, Nina Thurman, always made her own luck as the sharp-shooting mercenary known as Domino. But what happens when her own powers betray her? The hunter becomes the hunted, as every mercenary in the game smell blood in the water. Plus, a pair of beloved Marvel characters return. Don't know who that would be.
Not sure.
They're X-Men related, probably. I don't know.
This is going to probably be flying off the shelf with Domino being in the new Deadpool movie, so be prepared for that one. I'm just going to keep following you up. You give me an image, or you do an image, I'll do an image. You do Marvel, I've got a Marvel.
All right.
This is Exiles number one. Really, the more I read about this one, the more I'm intrigued by it and excited for it. Saladin Ahmed is doing the writing. Don't know. Not familiar with
did Black Bolt.
Black Bolt. Black Bolt had a pretty good following with it. And also, I love the artist. Javier Rodriguez on board for the art. David Marquez gives us the covers. Blink is back, and we're also introducing the all-new Valkyrie. You're going to, this time it's not like the characters drawn from other universes that have to do something to get home. I think it's a little different style here. The Unseen, who is Nick Fury. That's what he's become once the Watcher fell. Watu fell. He has taken that place. He cannot take action with things. He can only watch. And
he can only do that half-assed because
he's only got one eye. But this is extremely true. But he is recruiting Blink and multiple other characters in order to help not just save the world, but to save the multiverse. There is something that has gone on that is threatening the whole place, and so we're going to see if Blink, Valkyrie, Iron Lad from the Young Avengers, Wolvie from the X-Men Babies, an older Kamala Khan, and in future issues there's a Captain Peggy Carter in the Captain America kind of outfit.
The Valkyrie in here looks like the one from the movie.
Yeah, looks like the movie Valkyrie. They've done multiple versions of Valkyries in the past. This is just going to be another multiverse Valkyrie. So if you enjoyed the Thor Ragnarok Valkyrie character, which she was kind of the standout with that in a lot of ways, then be prepared for her here.
Okay.
So she will have horse, she will have spear. So she does have those things.
All right. Next up from me is another one of the Age of Heroes DC Metal, Dark Knight's Metal spin-off series. This is Immortal Men #1. James Tynion IV and Jim Lee. Is he just doing the covers or is he doing the inside?
I think he's doing the inside. This was the book that delayed all the other books coming out.
Oh, okay. No wonder.
Because Jim Lee's drawing
makes sense. And his old pal, Scott Williams, I guess, The End of Forever, Part 1. There is a secret history to the DC Universe of Heroes who have protected humanity from the shadows since the dawn of time, and who can live forever. Enter the Immortal Men. The team, headed by the Immortal Man, has waged a secret war against the House of Conquest for countless years, but Conquest has dealt a devastating blow. When their base of operations, known as the Campus, is savagely attacked, the Immortal Men must seek out their last hope, an emerging metahuman known as Caden Park. Caden Park's emerging powers may be able to ensure the Immortal Men's survival, but will Conquest get to him first?
That's the first one that I can't just listen to the description and go, oh, well, that's this Marvel book.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like a little bit of the Eternals.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe a little bit of the X-Men mixed in.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's the first one that just doesn't jump off and go, oh, Ghost Rider or Fantastic Four or, Hulk. So those are number ones. Like I said, we don't have a whole lot. This is a light week for you.
It is. Light week.
Which is pretty good for those people that came in and, spent some dough on the sale. They're going to get a little break.
Yep.
However, you're going to get one very awesome book here with a hefty price tag of I think $6 on it. Captain America #700 is coming out this week. Mark Waid and Chris Samney on board. This may be Samney's last
I believe this is
issue.
his last Marvel work for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, so we'll miss him, but I'm excited to see where he goes from here. This is the conclusion to Out of Time, Frozen in Time, Awakened in the Decimated Future, and once again a man out of his era. There's only one way for Steve Rogers to restore order and rebuild civilization, and that is to roll it as King Captain America. King Captain America. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No dream, no hoax, no lie. This is Cap, and this is happening, believe it or not.
It's happening.
It's happening. And they say Mark Waid delivers an untold tale from the past featuring the classic art of Jack Kirby.
They must have found some unwritten pages and
something they're going to do similar to like what John Byrne's been doing with pictures.
That, and they did. They found an FF one that somebody at one time.
I do remember that. So
filled in the dialogue and all that. So yeah.
So we'll see. That'll be very different than reading like old Jack Kirby stuff with Stan Lee writing there.
Yep.
Two totally different styles of writing. King Captain America.
King Captain America.
That's a mouthful.
That is.
What's your mouthful?
I'm mouthful of symbiote.
I didn't think it could get any worse. You just made it there.
Venomized number 2, also from Marvel Comics. This is number 2 of 5. Cullen Bunn, the Wonderkind, and Iban Chuelo. I had problems with this one last week, didn't I?
Yeah.
Cuelo. Nick Bradshaw doing the covers. Venomized Part 2. Venom and the X-Men have returned from the extraterrestrial adventures of Poison X to find dozens of heroes and villains bond with the Clintar symbiotes, and none of them are happy about it. The
Clintar sounds good.
The grand plans of the Poisons begins to make themselves known, including their designs for Cletus Cassidy. One Avenger might not make it out in one piece.
I don't know. Cletus Cassidy and Clintar just seems to go together. I want to hear banjos.
Clintar, Cassidy, Cletus, Clintars. Sure got a pretty mouthful.
That's right. So, Venomized, it looks like this is a weekly series here. So, don't sleep on that one.
Nope.
You'll miss it.
Blink and you miss it.
Blink and you miss it. So,
see how I did that with Exiles?
Absolutely. Ties all in. It's just,
really
that's how it does. So, new books for the week. Now we're going to an old book for the week with Mark's back issue.
My back issue. Ooh, crud. That's my phone.
His back issue of the week is calling to see what's going on.
All right. That's those same people that just got 666.
The devil's calling.
Satan calls. Good job, Arthur. All right, my back issue of the week. I'm still doing old school, but I'm switching companies. This is my first non-Marvel one I've done. This is DC's Tarzan of the Apes, another favorite of mine when I was a kid. Yep, this is, they actually continued the numbering. Dell Goldkey had the rights to it beforehand, and they went to number 206. DC picks it up with number 207. And it's awesome Joe Kubert art and story. It's basically rehashing Tarzan's origin from the original novel, Tarzan of the Apes. And I think it's in 2 parts. This is part 1. There's some prose stuff in here, Tarzan's First Christmas or something like that. And there is a backup feature of John Carter of Mars. I think it's Murphy Anderson doing that one. It's adapting Princess of Mars, and that one is serialized over a few issues, I think. But this is a big book, 52 pages. The price on this one is a little bit low because it's very well read and very well loved comic. The really nice ones are a little bit higher than that, but very fun comic if you like the jungle adventure stuff, which I do. Tarzan was one of my favorites as a kid. Good stuff, man. Joe Kubert. Can't say enough about Joe Kubert.
You don't ever have to. It's like being redundant saying amazing art in Joe Kubert.
Well, that's true.
If it's Joe Kubert, it's going to be awesome.
Very true. Very true. Some people have called this the best work of his career at DC. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's saying a lot with everything he's done there.
Yeah.
For me, new pick of the week. Had a chance to. I got a hold of the first. Prints we don't have any more in. We have the second prints in on Gideon Falls #1. Giving this one out because, or talking about this one because the #2 issue hits this week. This book was genuinely creepy. There was an aspect to it. There's a guy who has some mental issues, and he's going through finding pieces of trash that seem to build something. It's
interesting.
Yeah, they're telling him, look, we thought you were overdone with this. Your medication should be curbing this. But so he's fighting against it because there's something else out there, and there is a new priest that's come in town to kind of a murky past to help take over as the local parishioner has passed away, and he's finding just within the first 24 hours that there's something unnatural about the way the previous priest passed away.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's been a while since I read a book that just kind of gave me the willies, but this did. And it, I don't know, if this was a movie, there's no way I could watch it because it's goes in a direction where it just makes me feel uncomfortable. But I can read stuff like this, and Lemire and Sorrentino were just masterful at what they do, and they proved it here with this number 1. So absolutely, if you like horror comics, if you just like the great writing of Jeff Lemire, this is one you want to pick up and read. Go ahead and get the second print here so that you can keep up with the story. Find the first print if you're a person that has to have the first print. I don't think they're crazy right now with the price. I haven't checked it, but out to see. But excellent story. Can't wait to see where it goes next.
Cool.
So, beyond that, it's just nice, quick video, I think.
Yeah, no big news this week. C2E2 is this weekend, I think. Whatever that stands for, I just read that it was this weekend. So there might be some news for next week. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't ever announce at cons. So.
Yeah, they've announced a lot more of the number 1s that are coming out for Marvel with everything. I mean, you've got Cosmic Ghost Rider mentioned. And,
right.
Some things there, so they're definitely in full swing. There's the Life of Captain Marvel, I think is what they're calling.
Yeah,
their latest book.
That's a mini series.
It's a mini series.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I forget who the creative team is, but I liked the creative team they mentioned on it. So
and Cosmic Ghost Riders, Donny Cates, and somebody else.
They just can't stay.
Oh, that's
stay away.
I have to take this.
So Mark's going to say bye. I'm going to say the same. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment on the video below. The books that you're picking up, what you thought of our old with Tarzan and our new with Gideon Falls. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.